What is action learning? Well, action learning is generally an approach to learning to effectuate change within the organization. So you learn by doing, by actually addressing problems, and then that ultimately effectuates organizational change. Now, this is exemplified by a simple formula: L equals P plus Q. L is learning, P is program knowledge, and Q is insightful questioning. So these two combined elements, insightful questioning and then program knowledge together, are the keys to organizational learning. And the elements that you'll see present there are experiential learning, creative complex problem solving, acquiring new knowledge, and co-learned group support. So here's the overall process for action learning. You start by clarifying an objective for the action group to address, and then you form a group. It's better to have a group with complementary skills that can address a breadth of problems and bring together new abilities. Okay, then you identify the key issues for resolution, get down to the crux of the problem itself. You identify owners of the problem, that is, who will be responsible for different areas of the problem, and make certain that the members of the group understand these elements and who owns what portion of that. Then you try to reframe the problem. Once again, get down to the individual crux of it, the things that are driving the overall problem that are in need of correction. And from there, you can identify goals for how you want to address the problem, what you want to achieve in addressing the problem, that is. So from there, once you have your goals towards a given objective, that is the problem, you have to develop organizational strategies, that is action steps or an action plan to achieving these goals towards your objectives. And then you implement it. You take action on your strategic plan in order to address the problems that you've identified. Now you keep repeating this process of re-identifying, focusing in on objectives, and taking action on those objectives until the problem is addressed or remedied. And then you seek to capture learning from your experience. You sit down and you try to clarify the problem that you've addressed. You ID what performance improvement methods worked or had some level of effect. And then you ID how this can be applied throughout the organization. That is, how can it be structuralized? And then after the fact, later, you come back for an after-action review of what you've done to solve the problem. Then you do more to flesh out this idea of what went right, what went wrong, what are the learning opportunities, how can this be standardized or institutionalized across the board such that this learning can be captured for future use in the organization. Now, these are a lot of steps and it closely matches similar problem-solving approaches, but the crux of action learning is that you actually learn by doing. That is, you take a hands-on approach towards addressing a problem, and you take a focused approach towards capturing all the learning opportunities from that experience and then standardize that for the organization. So this is action learning.